Verse of the day, Joshua 1 and 9 in the NKG version. It says, Have I not commanded you? Be strong and of good courage. Do not be afraid nor be dismayed, for the Lord your God is with you wherever you go. Who wrote the book of Joshua? Well, the author traditionally was attributed to Joshua, the son of Nun, Moses' successor. Most parts, like Joshua's death, may have been recorded by later scribes. Why was it written? To document the conquest and settlement of the promised land, Canaan, to demonstrate God's faithfulness to his promises, and to inspire obedience and courage in the face of overwhelming odds. The context of Joshua 9 was after Moses' death. Joshua became Israel's new leader. If you could watch or read Joshua 1, verses 1 to 2, God gives Joshua the command before the conquest of Canaan, a land filled with giants and fortified cities. The people are grieving Moses and facing military and spiritual uncertainty. The verse is God's personal charge to Joshua to lead with boldness based on the assurance of God's presence. Word study. So there's key Hebrew words that I think we should look at when we're reading this verse, just so that we can grasp what it really means. Commanded. It means tasava in the Greek, and it means to give a direct charge or divine instruction, and it carries authority. The significance, this isn't a suggestion, it's a divine order. Strong means chazak, meaning to strengthen, to grow firm, to fortify internally, and it's used to describe warriors or people standing against adversity. Good courage, it meant amatz. I could be saying this wrong, so just bear with me. To be bold, resolute, determined, and fearless in purpose. The significance is inner bravery that comes from confidence in God, not self. Afraid, it means yah, meaning to fear, to be terrified or paralyzed by danger. Often refers to emotional fear of harm or failure. Dismayed is chasath, meaning to break down, to be shattered or discouraged, associated with emotional collapse, confusion, or hopelessness. With you means emak, meaning personal nearest and companionship. The significance, not general presence. God is saying, I am personally with you. What are the corresponding Bible verses to Joshua 1 and 9? In the Old Testament, we look at Deuteronomy 31 and 6. It says, Be strong and of good courage, for the Lord your God goes with you. Isaiah 41 and 10. Fear not, for I am with you. Be not dismayed, for I am your God. Psalms 27 and 1. The Lord is my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear? New Testament. In the New Testament, we look at Matthew 28 and 20. It is, I am with you always, even to the end of age. Romans 8:31. If God is for us, who can be against us? 2 Timothy 1 and 7. For God has not given us a spirit of fear, but of power, love, and a sound mind. How can this be applicable to a modern day culture, right? In times of tradition or transition, in times of transition or leadership, starting a new job, school, or moving cities, like Joshua, we could trust that God's command is to walk in courage, not in fear. The second point I have here is in seasons of fear or anxiety, it looks like emotional stress, mental health battles, or discouragement. Do not be dismayed. God doesn't promise ease, but he does promise his presence. The third point I have is facing big decisions or unknown futures. God's words to Joshua reminds us today, you are not alone. I am with you wherever you go. And the fourth point I have here is spiritual leadership. Whether you're leading a family, a ministry, or a small group, this verse is a blueprint for bold, God-dependent leadership. So what are the main takeaways? God's presence is the source of our courage. Joshua 1 and 9 isn't about being brave, it's about being rooted in the reality that God walks with us. I hope this encourages you, that you do put on Joshua 1 verse 9, which states, have I not commanded you? Be strong and of good courage. Do not fear, nor be dismayed, for the Lord your God is with you wherever you go. Have a good day. Bye.